All right, here we go again. Getting ready to get to the gym. It's dusk outside. Drink my pre-workout mix here. Get ready to go. I just want to touch a minute on, I want to reiterate that if all you do are barbell and dumbbell exercises, if all you do are free weight exercises, can you build an incredible physique with that? Absolutely. And that should be the foundation of any physique, in my opinion. If you're really concerned about muscle size, strength follows size. You can't help but get stronger if you get bigger. It's going to happen. Now, you can specifically train for strength. Independent of size, you're still going to get size. You won't get as much size. I know plenty of powerlifters. Many of them I know don't have to make any weight, but the ones that I do know that have to make a weight class, they want to be as strong as they can possibly be without breaking out of that weight class. So they're always trying to get stronger, but not necessarily heavier. So yeah, if you specifically train for strength, ratio is going to be different proportional to the amount of muscle mass you're carrying or the amount of body mass you're carrying. But if you're primarily concerned with hypertrophy, which is that's my primary area of knowledge and expertise. That's what I know about. I know that shit like the back of my hand, which I know very well, especially this one. We're very well acquainted. And so I'm not the guy to try and give you some kind of programming shit about powerlifting or strength training. I know plenty who are. I'm not that guy because I don't have an interest in that. Unlike many people, they really don't have an interest. They have an interest in green. They're trying to make money, so they really quickly try to read and learn about something and then just recite it, reiterate and repeat that to you so that you think they know a little bit about everything. Me, I don't do that. I don't care. What I don't know, I don't know. It's not because I can't know, it's because I don't give a shit about it. And that would be like primarily just focusing on strength. Now I do have my own approaches, and they could be somebody else's approaches. That's just nobody taught me it. I didn't read it anywhere. What I discovered and what worked for me, I built a really, really respectable amount of strength. Even when I was really big, I was really strong. I was one of the really strong, big guys. I wasn't like a guy that was really big that couldn't lift any weight. I was a really big guy that was really strong. And I could have been a hell of a lot stronger, I'm sure, if that was my primary goal, but it wasn't. But strength was still important enough to me that I did concern myself with it enough to develop it as far as it went hand in hand with hypertrophy. Like I've said before, those work sets that I consider to be within my hypertrophy rep range, my ideal rep range, which it might be a little different for everybody. And let me touch on another point. When people try to tell you this is the way it is and that's it and this will work for everybody because we're all humans, and people tell you anything else, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. Even Dr. Lane Norton with a PhD put a video up not so long ago about what worked for you may not work for the next guy. Or doesn't mean it'll work for the next guy. If it worked for you, doesn't mean it'll work for somebody else. Because different things work for different people, and now there's studies to support that. As if somebody needed a study to authenticate that belief, to affirm to you that, hey, you were right about something. Different things work for different people, and to varying degrees. So, yeah, I know a bit about strength as far as it applied to me and my goal of building all this hypertrophy. Whatever my rep range was for my ideal hypertrophy sets, which for me was it varied. I'll tell you right now, it varied. It varied from 8 to, I'd say, 8 to 12, and sometimes as high as 15. But for the hypertrophy sets, once I drew near 15, if I got 13, I might stick with that. But once I drew near 15, it was time to up the weight and bring the reps down for my hypertrophy sets. So anywhere in that range worked well for me for hypertrophy. That's the only way. The only thought I really gave to developing additional strength was only in light of the fact that the more weight that I can handle to do those hypertrophy sets, as that goes up, I get increasingly bigger. So that's what I cared about strength development. So what I'm here to tell you right now is if people tell you that All you need are free weights, and you can build the physique you want. And maybe you can. Maybe you can. But I'm here to tell you that if all you do are free weights, you can build an incredible physique. You can, absolutely. And that should be the foundation of any physique for anybody that's hypertrophy minded. Because it's going to make you denser, it's going to make you thicker, it will make you bigger ultimately. It's a great foundation. But if you do not use machines and cables in particular, you're never going to develop to your fullest potential. You will not build the physique you otherwise could have built. You may build a hell of a physique. So if you want to just stick with all free weights and you never want to mess with cables and machines, then you'll never know. But I'm telling you, honest to goodness truth, if you do not incorporate machines and cables, these types of auxiliary exercises, and treat them as mainstays in your hypertrophy-inspired workout regime, you will not have the physique you otherwise could have. The quality will not be as great. If you have to build a physique of awesome quality with just free weights, it could even be better if you use machines and cables. And that's just chiefly because it's common sense. Everybody's built differently. Everybody's bones are different lengths, pretty much. I mean, great varying degree. Height, every other thing, right? Insertion's different, can be, potentially, between individuals. So, gravity's there. Gravity pulls downward. So every free weight exercise you do, that's where the resistance is. The resistance is going down that way. You're resisting gravity. You're fighting gravity, which that's awesome. That's cool. It's admirable. It's a noble endeavor. War with gravity. Been there. Still there. I understand that. But when you use machines, especially cables, now you're not locked into that. Now you can get the stress from angles that you otherwise could not. So you can really, really make best advantage of your structure. And it absolutely makes a huge difference. And you actually can load that muscle, any given muscle. You can place the accent more greatly on a portion of that muscle or a part of that range of the workload, a part of that range of motion where you couldn't have if you were using solid free weights. That's it. Just something I want to throw out there. I got to get to the gym. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. And if you don't, then maybe you can teach me something. You guys take care. Have a wonderful night.